Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 3 of House Lannister. As you guys remember in the last episode, I had to potentially restart or play from a different time. Basically, what I'm doing is I kind of just had to restart what we were already doing in the same start time of 2:39, but I got really lucky with this start. I didn't really have to do much to it. He died basically. Geralt died the same year that I started this one because I fast forwarded it maybe, I don't even know, maybe a month, and he died. They also ended the war with the Laughing Storm here, where he died right away. I think he died by a duel with Duncan the Tall. So that happened extremely quickly. So we don't actually have to worry about anything there. And we can just kind of resume where we somewhat left off. The only thing is, once I have a child, his name will be Gerald. We also need to marry our brother Jason to House Targaryen with Princess Raelle. We are going to go ahead and do that. I think we did a grand wedding before, so we will go ahead and do that again. Go ahead and open up or turn on the time here so that way they accept it. Perfect. We need our wife to become pregnant so we can name our first child Gerald again to kind of get back to exactly where we want to be. We do have a couple trinkets. I can't wear that. But we do have royal court ornaments, which we're getting that thing again. We have House Lannister's banners, and we have the Gilded Throne. It's kind of cool, actually. Is that equipped? I think it is. Yeah, displayed. Perfect. We have this thing here. You gain abstaining from wine. I gain 80 stress. People gain 30 opinion of me. Let's do this one. All right, so we need to kind of take a few precautions here because Lord Tyotos, we are going to kind of play a little bit like how he does in lore. Um, so after last episode, I did look into him a little bit. Basically, his generals, his vassals, the whole nine, they don't respect him. He's a weary, very just what's the word I'm looking for here? Um, he's timid, he's scared, he's not a very good fighter. He has no real authority over the lands he rules from what I was able to read. So a lot of his big vassals say like, House Plum, House Leiden, House Rain, for an example, especially House Rain. They just in House Westerling, they all like kind of they kind of just didn't listen to him. They truly kind of just did what they wanted, listened to him as a loyalty side of things, but did what they wanted. Um, I would imagine they wouldn't back him in war and things like, or they would back him in war and stuff like that. But when it comes to managing the lands, he wasn't very good at it. He had no backbone per se. So we're going to play somewhat like that. Um, and until he dies, we are going to go a different route, though, when it comes to his children. Now, I know, obviously, I was pointed out and I looked it up. His children are Tywin and the others, which I don't remember the rest of their names, but Tywin is one of the main kids that came from Lord Tytos here, and we all know how that went. So the first child is going to be named Geralt. The second child will be Tywin. The third child will be up for debate. That is just a choice that I can pick from you guys, or we can kind of randomize it, just see what we like. We're not going to go down the same route that he does with his children. mainly the fact that I think this is just going to be a little bit of a different storyline. Of course, to how it actually plays out, I'd like it to be a little different. But I think, he is going to be backboneless. He's going to be able to be walked over and things like that. But I want to try at least to strengthen our army. I think that's a good idea is strengthen our army, get it up to about 10 to 15K. I think that would be a good spot for our military strength. Increase our money or our income, which it's already very, very, very good. So that's a good thing. And just stockpile. Stockpile as much gold as possible because number one, we are Lannisters. They're known for their wealth. And then just really upgrade everything that we possibly can. Most of these buildings are going to be pretty well increased and upgraded. We have Bloomeries, large mines. We already have a maxed out drain. Oh no, we don't have maxed out stables. The small Godswood. We do have a level 6 shipyard, which we can upgrade to a grand port. Increases attacks for the holding is 155. Development growth goes up crazily at 35%, and embarkation costs 8% less. And then a dry dock, of course. Another 170 one another 175 a month, up to 40 development growth, and embarkation costs is 10% less. And as of Lannisport, we can also force upgrade some of these since we hold it, along with upgrading our tax offices. This jumps it to 5 more percent, and that jumps it to 30%. Our hill forts honestly could use an upgrade as well. This upgrades our garrisons and our controlled decline in growth. Our hill forts wouldn't be a bad idea to increase. Our Godsword is levies. Our mine up to a gold a month, which is nice. And then our blacksmith, of course, can upgrade that all the way. But I think we're going to go ahead and upgrade the Bayless office. We're going to get that started. And then on Golden Gate, we're also going to upgrade, let's say, the blacksmiths here, which will give us. Oh, no, we don't want to do blacksmiths. What about stables? Stables be nice? No. Hill forts. We'll go to hill forts. Gives us a little more money and some other pretty good things with supply limits, levy size, captain effectiveness. They'll upgrade that. Not going to cost us too much. I got to see exactly what titles I hold. So I hold, of course, the Westerlands. We hold Casterly Rock. We hold the High Lordship, the Lordship, and then the Hillfang. So the Hillfang over here is Pride Grounds. Pride Grounds needs to be upgraded as well. Fang Hill Keep is an ancient outpost traditionally held by a bannerman sworn to Casterly Rock. Fortified position sits upon a tall hill overlooking the river of the east and Lannisport to the west. From this keep, the Lord of Fang Hill is able to either intercept incoming armies before they reach the city or flank attacking forces once they lay siege to Lannisport. Held by a bannerman sworn to Castle Rock. Or Casterly Rock. So we kind of need to give this to somebody who I trust, basically. It's a good tax. It's got a lot of upgradable pieces, or I can hold it. No. Who do I trust that I could give this to? And give him to Tommen. Emery, Lantel, Tinpenny, Sanders, House Tarbeck. Not too many that I'm really caring for there. So we'll hold on to Pride Grounds for now. I think we'll go ahead and upgrade it too. Can we upgrade? We can upgrade the hill farms up to fell pastures. We'll get that going. We're just going to kind of upgrade a few things. We'll go military side. We will go ahead and station some things. That boosts my Lions Knights to 141. And then these Lions Knights, who are only level 2, we will station them here, which will boost to 57. So our Lions Knights are very strong. We can actually upgrade these to the size 4 and upgrade these to size 4 as well. So that's spending a little bit of money. I also want to get some rain bringers. I think having some rain bringers and max or leveling those to level 4 as well would be a good idea. I don't know if I can station any of these. No, I can't. All right, so we have 4. That upgrades our army to 7,600. Oh, fate smiles upon me. My wife, Lady Jean, is bearing my child. So we have our, hopefully, Gerald. We will make an offering. I don't know what this. No, we're not going to do all that. We'll take that and hope we make some good here. Let's check the world, see what we got. We got I think King Aegon the Fifth is still. Yep, he is still on the Iron Throne. House Tully is still here, which is normal for the Riverlands. Lord Roger and one of your other captains enter Lord Perro's archery contest. We don't really have too much we can do here. I mean, we have this to continue to do. Abstaining from wine, drinking in moderation, we'll do that. As for, not the royal court, sorry, you clicked on that already. As for activities, our coronation. Yeah, I think we should do this because acceptance currently. Yeah, coronation, prove your legitimacy, swear an oath. I think this is one of the new things. Yeah, this is new. Do Casterly Rock, of course, because you want to do Casterly Rock. We will boost these to the absolute. No, we won't. That's very expensive. We'll just keep it normal. 475. Don't need to travel anywhere. We're going to impress our attendees. All right, my coronation begins. Let's click on this to get this to look. We got 5 months until it begins, so everybody's going to show up. I don't even know who's all going to be here. It's 33 people. Lord Paramount Garland. Now let's go by rank. Yeah. So a bunch of lords. Lord Paramount Garland of the Reach is here. Voice of my council, I hereby give you the hand of the King of the Iron Throne. All right, so we are moving up in the world. So we now are hand of the king. I kind of like that. Maybe Tyotos, grows a spine midway through his life or something. We'll see where this goes. You done pause that. Guest list is still growing. We've got 33 people here. Major supporters, major detractors, Lord Paramount Garland, Lord Roger, Lord Rupert, Lady Jean, Lord Quentin, and Lord Tomard all like me. Welcome one and all. Only one who can do it. Before your coronation can proceed, I must decide who shall preside over the sacred rites. If I am to secure the favor of the priests, it would be wise to let one of their own oversee the ceremony. Granted, excuse me, granting the sanctity and blessing that only they can provide. Yet, part of me wonders, would it not be a grander tale if I were to take the crown up on my own hands, declaring my right to rule before all without intercession? Now, I'm going to read all of these because I've not actually seen this coronation, these pop-ups yet. So we're going to go ahead and Dennis can do it. It'll give me some piety and some prestige. So we'll do that, and 20 opinion. I noticed Lord Benefer casting furtive glances in my direction. He nods energetically and finally approaches me. With a respectful bow, he starts, Dearest Lord, we Riverlanders wish to support you now and in the days to come. The crown will soon rest on your head. But will our customs rest in your heart? Everyone will know my love for the Riverlanders. Coronation calls for a different focus. Magnificence of the coronation increases notably. Yeah, that's fine. I think I don't really care too much for the Riverlanders. We are kind of strengthening a little bit, strengthening the Westerland as much as possible. Finally, Lord Tyotos, Lord Paramount Garland bends over an exaggerated bow, subtle smirk on his face when he makes me doubt his honest intentions. What a farce, he mocks me, confident in his secluded space. All know it. A lord surrounded by enemies, a lord scorned by his guests. I spit on your rule. I spit on those who bow. I spit on those on this coronation. Ooh, act of tyranny. Lord Paramount becomes your rival, and other all others involved lose a 30 or detractors lose 30 opinion of you. Lord Roger becomes your rival. Lord Paramount Garland loses 40 opinion. You give no response. The magnificent of the coronation is highly reduced. You grow closer to gaining a rivalry and with Roger and Garland. Again, no backbone. So, all right, who is this? Lord, good Lord. I turn around to find Lord Roger next to a nervous man. You know that I cherish you, and it would bring me great joy to help you. Here, I offer you the best in my men, Armand, an accomplished septon. May his service serve the start of a friendship between our houses. You know what, Lord Roger, I will accept this. What is High Almoner? What does this do? Roger distributing alms to the deserving poor and subjects in need. Hey, you know what? That's actually pretty nice. I think we should do that. Does that cost me anything actually? Not really. That's perfect. 28 days. The flames of the fireplace dance in what looks like a round dance. The door of my chambers opens abruptly, and I hear a familiar voice call my name. Dear husband, Jane's voice is soft and calm. I know that the day is near where you will look at your reflection in the cold metal and wonder if you're doing the right thing. Let it be known, let it be screamed from every corner of the keep. I will stand by your side. She produces a small gift from her pouch. I have commissioned this for you. This is more than I could have asked for. Nice. The occasion, whilst uh, stately and proper, still feels incomplete. It is just some rote gathering, some casual feast, or is this the moment for great political action? A historic change. My maester Belden whispers my ear. Rulers are not made great by words, but by deeds, he urges. Deeds, deeds that shake the Lord Paramountcy to its foundations. My vassal Roger, who thinks is nothing but an occasion, makes nothing of the occasion, watches with contempt. It increases slightly. I lose 450 gold. Lord Roger gains a little bit of opinion of me. You know what? I actually kind of want to try to make Lord Robert less hate me, or hate me less. While famed for much, my household is not known for its organization. The antechamber buzzes with hush apologies as servants fumble with robes and last minute preparations. Superfluous. The most precious important objects are surely safe, like my crown. Wait, where is my crown? Oh no, I don't have a crown. My son and heir, Gerald. Alrighty. I hear distant unfolding of the long scroll. My liege, Dennis, my high septon says, bowing slightly, I found among the oldest Westerland records. I speak a vow sworn to land of the Cleaver, granting rumors to come rights and privileges that time has forgotten. Roger, my vassal, leans with a visible curiosity, a forgotten promise. This could be interesting, he murmurs. Proclaim the lost text to all. Sure. All right, here he goes. All preparations are complete. The meager ceremonial assembly awaits the Casterly Rock High Sept in cold silence. My procession parts from the city's thronging crowd. My finest captains ride before me, my royal household behind. Some peasants stare up at us blankly, others mutter derision. One howls out, the false lord, and the mob surges forth, barely held back by a few soldiers lining the way. All right, he's going to be Craven, because that is what he is. Past the castle gates, my royal procession wends to its way to a holy altar. The waiting officiants, the noble and the priest, or nobility and the priest jostle in the backbite into place. A few weak voices strain out the sacred prayers. Now the rite of the septons petition. I am an uncertain figure to these clerics, and they deliver their customary requests with true interest. Will you safeguard the faithful as their lord? Will you preserve the rights and privileges of the false priests or the father's priests? I should have been the father's faithful. The vassals of the Westerlands come forth to give their allegiance one after another, raising opening palms, and one after another bending giving kisses to fealty. But my vassals neglect the gesture of respect. Someone hisses, Titus the laughing lion curses and disturbs the proper words. Lord Roger the Red Ryland glares poison into my eyes during the oath giving. Lord Rupert dares to bear a weapon in my presence and hardly whispers. Ooh. The senior figures among Casterly Rock presents are next to the shuffle forward, representing my common, the Westerland subjects of Abstinia. Of my great power and authority, the Septon warms these stooped elders and ask the symbolic assent of my becoming the rightful lord. As they voice the words, another sound meets my ears. Beyond the sept, waiting, the crowds cry out in the joyful anticipation. Hundreds of people calling my name, Titos, Titos, Titos of the Westerlands. Carried forth the solemnly, the icons of the Westerland rule and the crown I am to bear, all steeped in the prayful blessings. The scepter prepare my finery with the ritual motions and invocations to the Father. With the ceremony, it is my beloved the first men crown of the House Lannister is endowed forever to the Westerland. We'll do this, gain some. Oh, the first of House Lannister belongs to my house. Inherited with the Westerlands. Yeah, that's fine because it is the Westerlands. Forth come to the royal symbols. The old sword is girded in my hip, the gautled jewels. The worn mantles are placed upon me, even the surely host of the Lord Paramountcy, the lords, septons, and captains of the miserable lands. Even they are moved to the mutter of the final prayer as they give the last to the Father, behold our Lord. Graced by royal treasures, I kneel for the diadem of my Lord Paramountcy, the symbol of the Westerlands, shall from this moment ever be just above me. The crown is placed, but for how long? You adopt the crown sovereign law. With the rights of the lords enthroning complete, the royal consort is now properly instated as lady. My wife conducts the rituals with her characteristic modesty, a daughter of Marbrin. Jean, politely delivered words bear the marks of her noble Westerling background. Before long, with the great ceremony, Jean's crown is laid on her head. For the first time, the Westerlands acclaims their lady. My lady, my sweet love, Jean. The assemble watch me, some with hope, some with doubt, all waiting for me to speak my reign. I swear to the future, and I can hear questions they do not speak. Will I be just? Will I be fair? Will I measure up to my father? I do not stand here as Lord to echo their expectations. I have come to choose my own path, a way forward for the Lord Paramountcy. Whatever the Westerland becomes, whatever I become, begins with this very moment. I will shape the realm. I swear an oath to reshape the realm. Need to construct at least 8 buildings. Needs to complete within the next 20 years. Rewards for legitimacy, prestige, and development in the shaped realm. Install claimants. And secure alliances. At least 3 alliances with rulers that have at least 50 opinion of me. One of the following: 1 tier lower, the same tier or a tier higher. Needs to be completed with 20 years. I can do the secure alliances. I can strengthen our war and our alliances. I don't think that would be too hard. Reshaping the land, construct or upgrade at least 8 buildings, which I know I can do that. We're going to do reshape the land because that's what I agreed on to begin with. That's what I said I wanted to do. The ceremony is complete. Each and every royal honor has been bestowed upon me. I rise once more, not to promise and command, but to offer sumptuous pleasures. Let the tables be filled, let the cups be raised, and let the hall remember joy as well as duty. The assembly, famished from their long vigil over the elaborate rites, rumble with approval. For now, at least, everyone has something in front of them other than me. Nobility begin to carefully choreographed couple dance. Bearing symbolic props, they act out scenes for my dynasty rises, triumphs, and aspirations. All eyes turn towards the central figure of the spectacle. To my astonishment, my vassal Rupert steps forward with a ceremony calls and a symbolic act of homage. The gathered audience shifts, caught between laughter and an uneasy applause, unsure whether to treat this as a jest, performance, or a warning. Yeah, he's one of the disruptive loyalists. I will actually applaud it because I don't know anything good or bad. Lord Tyotos, Lord Tomert approaches with his open arms. He maintains eye contact and takes a sip of mead before continuing. I stand here to support you, my esteemed lord. Allow me to be by your side no matter what. Well, Lord Tomert is the one that is supporting me, so that's fine. Made a friend. My friend Lord Tomard maintains eye contact as he scoots over to me. My modest friend, such times have been shared, such memories, he laughs. As always, it is a joyful day when it is blessed with your company. Yes. Nearby Gwen enthusiastically interjects. People tell the tale of your past when Lord Tomard promised his friendship to Lord Tyotos at his coronation. That just happened. Lose some stress. Yeah, let's do lose some stress because he is a little stressed. What started as an ordinary feast becomes an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Queen Betha of the Iron Throne. I didn't even know she was here. House Blackwood, Queen Black Betha Blackwood of the Iron Throne. I had no idea she was here. We spoke all evening about all manners of subject, as things would have it. We seem to have a lot in common. It was such a good time. My fellow vassal, Lord Paramount Garland of the Reach, raises his goblet high, raised high in an aberrant tone. He proclaims, "Your Grace, under the resplendent crown, I see Lord so benevolent. Few can claim as many adoring subjects, even if some would dare question the wisdom of your decisions. Yes, where would we be without such a benign Lord to simper for and adulate?" His words, empty of kindness, send a chill through the hall. Remove Lord Garland from the activity. You know what? I'm tired of it. Get out. Lord Titus, my acquaintance, Lady Agnes, calls my name. My dear Aunt Betha speaks fondly of you, she proudly says, taking a sip of her wine. I have been looking forward to feasting with you. Let's toast to Bethwood and the Blackwood. I am a proper lord now. My coronation proved worthy of my rank, a fine spectacle of my guests, many of whom still linger in hope of a few final royal words. From the beginning till the end, I spared no effort to impress all of my attendees, friends or foe alike, but my fair-handed presence, my utter focus on success is success of this great gathering. What is it all for? Legitimacy and prestige, faith of my supporters, the trust of other cultures' supporters. My coronation is finished. The guests departed, mildly impressed by the ceremonies. My reign begins. That's a lot that happened there. There's a ton of stuff here. That was a lot of pop-ups. I can hold court. Let's go ahead and do that. Sitting on the throne, I gestured to my guards to open the doors of the hall. Stream thrills, blah, blah, blah. Gestured to the first in line. My vassal, Lord Samuel of the Crag, steps before me, along with the Faith of the Seven Monk. Vague memories of this case spring to mind. Some dispute over the departed Lord Raymond's wishes. Samuel erupts, "Lord, be assured, these promises of this land are pure falsehoods. My father would have given alms here and there, but the whole lordship of the crag, that is plainly absurd." Monk's clears throat. "My name is Athian, your grace. From the sept of the river running, we speak true. Raymond was a pious man. He spent much of his time with us before he found his peace in the judge in the heavens." Lord Samuel rolls his eyes, reddening with anger. "Keep your title, Samuel, but compensate for the priests." Yeah, that's fine with me. Because in reality, it is a priest. Why would this priest be trying to take this land though? Lordship of the Crag is revoked from Lord Samwell and becomes the Thurocracy under Atheon. No. Samwell's title. Thank you very much. A young woman steps before me with a quiet dignity. Before bowing deeply, greetings, your majesty. I am Sorel, your loyal servant. I come before you today to seek employment in your court. I have seen many courts providing hospitality to the local lords of Forthane, my homeland, and their many visitors. It would be my honor to put my talents to a greater cause, the service of my lord and all the Westerlands. Court poet. Perfect. Lord Samuel the Crag accuses Lord Sebastian Withermore of unlawfully holding domain over lands and lords who should rightfully owe fealty to him. The lordship of Highview is primarily heir. As he presents the case to Lord Kenos of Highfair, bearing fealty to Lord Sebastian of Withermore has caused an imbalance of the realm, and rather these lands and their incomes should be sworn to him. Becomes Lord Kenos Price of Highview becomes Lord Samwell's vassal. Um, I don't really know. I don't really know which one I should do here. I mean, I lose a little opinion there. I lose only 15 here. That guy only likes me 12%. Or 12. He likes me 46. He likes me 24. I can deal with losing 15 opinion from Lord Samwell. Yeah, that's fine. As the last petitioner departs, various courtiers follow them out, and the room having the business attend somewhere else. Business is done. All right, so I need to make sure that I continue to shape the realm. I gain the trait ill. Do no more than necessary. Excellent work, Belden. We have some factions, I think, against us. Yes, so we have a loyalist faction safeguarding their liege from enemy factions. Thank God. Thank you, Weathermore. House Banefort. Isn't my wife House Banefort? Oh, she's Marbrand. Okay. Reshape the realm. I will reshape the Westerlands in my image, leaving the lasting legacy in the stone and the mortar of the generations to come. You gain this, blah, blah, blah. You gain reshape or construct or build 8 buildings. At least I have that I can do that. We can try to recover Bright Roar, which I think is something Tyotos did. If I'm not mistaken, he tried to recover Bright Roar and he died and lost. He was lost to the world and Tywin takes over. So I think at a certain point we will recreate that. But we will recreate it with Gerald instead. Because I do want to try to find it, and that was something that he tried to do. But right now, I am going to go ahead and start by unpausing at 3 speed and letting it run for a second. We just need to make some gold. I'm going to go ahead and do some Pride Grounds. We're going to upgrade Pride Grounds. Since as these upgrade, I wonder if they're going to count since they were already started whenever I started it. Let's watch this because this might actually work. Wait, this one might be faster? Or is the Castle Rocks one be faster? No. Lord Paramount Stefan loses 30 opinion to me. Whoops. My wife is pregnant again. I've never expected I would grow so close to Lord Sebastian as I have done in the past few years. On multiple occasions, he has proven himself to be a reliable and forthright man and can be only in best interest at heart. Lord Sebastian and me become friends. Perfect. I'm glad to be well again. Lord Paramount Ormond's coronation of the Stormlands. I have to leave within 12 days. Honestly, let's do it. Because in reality, this is something I would travel for. Maybe. Can I kind of zigzag around a little bit to visit a few places? And to avoid stuff like that. Let's try. Oh, where are we going there? Hold on. go here. There we go. And we'll avoid that. Where are you going? Why are you going down? Oh no, that's actually right because we need to go through here. We're still missing this. This is all what? Log forts and forests. So if we did forest guide, that doesn't do anything. There, forest guide. That's because that's what that is. So if we actually just go back to customize route and delete this one, it'll keep us on this path and we can just kind of maneuver around. Kind of maneuver around a little bit. Let's go Heathbreak to Black Break Ridge. We'll try avoiding this. So we want to go there, then we want to avoid this. So we need to go to here. No. We need to go to here, which will boost us around that. We need to go from here to here, which will avoid that. I kind of want to do that. So actually, we're going to go ahead and get rid of both of those so we can go through that. This dragon land here. What is even this? When visited, Dragon Lore event, Aegon's Conquest, where the 3 Targaryen dragons fought. Oh, okay. We're going to avoid Landsmere because I do not want to take any extra through these like bog lands here. Try to stay out of that one as best we can. We'll take a little bit there and then we will go all the way to here. Perfect. And then on the way back, we're going to go through here. Wrong thing. Through here, we're going to go all in King's Landing to visit all the locations and then head back. We could hit a bunch of these things though on the way there. I think we're Belric. Go to there. Yeah, that gives us an extra one there. And then here we'll just bounce off to there real quick. But we'll still go here so that way we can visit that. We also want to visit Storm's End. Dower Hall. Go to Storm's End. Going way down here. Then Storm's End will go here. There we go. So that way we can visit a bunch. Let us go. I'm going to go to this Coronation now. You become the owner of an architect drawing, but we pay 445 gold for it. Keep the good work. Really not that impressive, to be honest. No interest in a fair fight. Tell me more about the king. You may learn one of Aegon's secrets. Probably not. Imagine the faction of that power my dragon lore increases. Perfect. Tell the story of my own. Just a bit of mold. Hopefully I don't get sick. I got sick. Great. There's just going to be joining loyalist factions and stuff, which is fine with me. Almost to Storm's Land or Storm's End. Still sick. Getting all these visits real quick. Griffin's Throat. And we have made it to the Stormlands Coronation event. 2 coronations in one episode. I haven't done one at all, and here we are doing 2 in the same episode. As the light of the day wanes, the Captain Coalano looking in my direction with an acknowledgement nod. He smiles and steps closer. A fine day has it been? Would you not say, Tyotos? It has been certainly. Thank Trios for their blessings. Captain. Is he Targaryen? House Serenes? Lysani and Hughes of Trios. I don't even know who this is. Sure, let's just speak more. Coronation is a place to discuss these matters. That's fine. Okay. So I'm going to also read a lot of these, and if they seem to be the same, then we're just going to skip them. But mainly the reason I want to is to see the options we get for, the second set. like being witnessing one. But there's also different options here. We're going to seize advantages. I don't know if that's something he would do, but it's just something that I would do. So we're going to seize. God, we're both sick. And she is still pregnant, right? Correct. Yeah, 7 months. 7 months pregnant. All right, let's 3-speed it. Please, Aegon, by all means. I stand at threshold ready to lead the coronation procession when Aegon barges forward and scoffs. My service to the crown demands I take precedence. His rudic challenge disturbs the sanctity of our preparation. Aegon the Fifth. That is fine. Because you are the king of this Iron Throne. Take it. I have no backbone. I can't fight that. You're the damn king. What would be considered emperor. Lord Paramount Ormond takes a second to observe the crowd rearranging his shirt. The voices of the courtiers have become as constant as the chirping of the birds. I have no doubt the lady intends to join them. Good lord, she says, sliding up to me. May I be so bold to ask what your thoughts on this celebration? I have no doubts that Lord Paramount Ormond's rule will be one of love and justice. They will call us fortunate for having been here. My god, he paid him 225 gold. Wish that was me. Yes, the coronations of my fellow vessels, Lord Paramount Ormond is pouring in, all giving minor oaths and thanking for his invitations. The pledge of the field to support. Soon it shall be my turn. I must stand out from the crowd, lest I be a brief audience and convince the proud Paramount of my worthiness. I gain the trait loyal. Just the usual pleasantries. Don't want to give a strong hook. Rewards based on my siege advantage intent. I can gain reward for this, but I pay him 450 gold. Sure. I wonder what kind of reward I might get something for that. Ooh, Lord Leoman has discovered a spy. Ellen was caught searching for secrets in the darkest corners of my court. Who sent you? Am I going to get anything? Lord Tyotos, Lord Paramount Ormond calls with a big smile. Next to him stands like another guest the Lord I'm not acquainted with. This is Lord Robert. Lord Paramount Ormond introduces him. I believe you two would find much common ground. Best practices for tax collectors, perhaps. All right. Let's actually go ahead and do this. Seems very polite. Ellen willingly exposes who is spying on you, begging for mercy. It was Lord William. How do you want to proceed with this traitor? Lord William, Broom of Goldmarch, who is a friend of mine. Well, I'm sorry, Ellen Rain, you're of House Rain. I will banish her from the land, or I will make her rot in a cell. Now, she is 24. She's my good sister. She has a claim on the lordship of Fanghill. She's a seductress, intricate webweaver, a matriarch, and comely. I will be merciful, but the scheming must stop. Remember, no backbone. The prelude is almost over. All preparations are complete. The great ceremony assembles to wait the Paintwoods and High Sept to cheers and exaltation. The Lord Paramount Ormond parts the crowd. A procession parts the crowd, and my retinue follows in an honorary place. Peasants team forth with a glimpse of the soon-to-be Lord Paramount atop the partners' shoulders. Amidst the multitude, Stormlander's children grin. Well, people hated me. They love him. Until the Septons, the Stormlanders' nobility, and the common people who've acted their customary part, Ormond is no true Lord Paramount. His rule cannot be just without their acceptance of it. First, the Septons, adoringly, they allowed the pious Lord Paramount's great love and safeguarding faithfulness, and they asked to become their great champion. The local peasants stand in for the Stormlanders' common folk, and the elders of the Paintwood stare at the Lord Paramounts in awe. At them as the masses outside exalt his royal name. Ormond's vassals step forth to supplement themselves, Most glow with hope and truthfully swear their loyalty and love. The ceremony continues on and on. Jeez, this dude is massively loved. Forth comes the royal symbols, the gleaming sword of the girded of the Ormond's hip, the lacy jewels, the heavy mantles placed upon his body. As soon as the nobility of the Lord Paramountcy, the lords, septons, and captains of the land recite the final prayers in the last, the Father behold of our Lord Paramount, the grace of royal graced by royal treasures, Ormond kneels for the diadem of the Lord Paramountcy, and the symbol of the Stormlands shall now from this moment ever be just above him. Words cannot describe my love for you. They are perfect little daughter. We are not going to be naming her Cersei. Absolutely not. We're going to name her Ona for now, and then you guys can pick her name. Ormond stands by himself in front of the crowd as we wait, as all await his oath. Not all legacies are born in war. Some are crafted in stone with sweat and purpose. I will reshape the Stormlands with monuments worthy of the future. From Storm's End, I will raise the realm not just to endure, but one to enter a golden age shaped by care and vision. He picked the same thing I did. I am now well again. Good. Finally, the ceremony is over with. I listen intently to Lord Tara as she carelessly reveals all manners of things. Distracted by trying to get one last drop out of her cup, she is oblivious to how carefully I am paying attention. Once she realizes she starts getting up. I'm only rambling. It is not true, any of it. You learn of her lover secret. Ah, what kind of meat is this? It is rich in flavor. Are these vegetables all almost sweet? Oh, these are wonderful little desserts. The feast has come to the best food I have ever tasted. The rumors that have been circulating around Lady Erin's wanting to curry favor with King Aegon are confirmed as she hands him a gift. My dearest liege, it is so lovely to see you. Knowing that we would meet here, I have brought you this marvelous pelt as a token of my appreciation. He grins as he studies the Hanwell-eyed, seeing how happy he is from receiving a gift. I realize that I'm missing the opportunity to improve my standing with him is all. No rush. I will think of something some other time. I would be scared to go to that. A loud crash resounds through the halls as one of the doors of the servants' quarters breaks. In a barely clothed tumble, my acquaintance Wargrave and his acquaintance Karen spill out onto the floor in front of everyone to imagine they had such a secret. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one because of King Aegon. We spoke all evening. Becoming friends with King Aegon. That's shocking. Unconcerned with the etiquette of my fellow vassal, Lord Jasper slaps me on the back. I mean it, he exclaims. I'll do anything you ask me, anything you ask at all, and it is to be done. I can smell the alcohol in Jasper's breath, but promise to note it every guest present. I get a weak hook. I'll take it. I've worked tirelessly to promote the glory and to foster the grandness of the coronation. The guests are flushed and inspiration of what have they witnessed here and radiating admiration. It is a fitting start for my reign as Lord. Finished coronation. His coronation was a whole lot better than mine. We will travel back. We're going to travel through the Iron Throne of the Red Keep. Dragon lore increases. We'll let him recover fully. One of my buildings is finished. Come enjoy the campfire. It is said that a knight can make another man a knight. I have noticed that you are not yet a knight, but I would happy to right this wrong would grant you knighthood. I will happily accept knighthood from King Aegon V. Golden obligations. I have 18 years. I can demand payment from my vassal. I didn't even realize that it was Lord Jasper Aaron. Give me 140 gold. I'll take that. Chivalry. Spar against captains in single combat to gain modifiers. Successfully executing a romance scheme gives you renown. Failing a romance scheme gives you stress. Rulers are more likely to start romance schemes. The poet and gallant trait gives significant romance scheme bonuses. Note a joust contest, and the knight errant trait has additional bonuses. I would love to do that actually. My lord liege has gone to war with ships of bloodstone of the captain of the great badger bloodstone lair. You pay 75 to Amari. Join us. We could use a smith. Sure. We're almost home. Thank God we are home. All right, and I do have an inspiration, which he's going to make me a sword. Forge me a sword. I'll take it. All right, we're gonna wait till the sword is finished, and then this episode will most likely be done at that point. Let's check our shape the realm. We have one building currently upgraded, so these three actually do count. So since this one was finished upgrading, this one is almost done, and this one is almost done as well. We're going to continue doing Pride Grounds, which most of these are going to take 19 months, so just over 2 years. So we'll do cattle pastures. We're also going to upgrade anything in here that we can upgrade. That takes 3 years. Those two can't be upgraded. I do have some castles here that are all being upgraded as well. Everything's being upgraded. Oh my god. Introduce a new fashion. I have quite a bit of stuff. My captain armor approaches me with a frown, burnt eyebrows, and some bent metal. Highness, I mean no disrespect, but the forge of yours. Let's just say it is. If you want a sword that is serviceable, you're going to need to let me invest in a new one. I gain new forge for 5 years. I spend 50. That's fine. It is the forge of Casterly Rock. I would imagine the forge was pretty good, but maybe not. Oh my god, that is laggy. How beautiful this is, though. But that is very, very laggy. Look at it this way a little bit. Still very laggy. Lady Janine's Guide to the Esoteric. We'll go ahead and equip that. I can't equip this because I'm not independent, which sucks. I really wish I could do that. So we still have a few things to do here. This should be finished. It is. Okay, if I were to upgrade any of these, how much longer? 21 months, 3 years, 3 years, 5 years. We will upgrade outposts. Yeah, we'll do outposts. We'll upgrade outposts there. Pride Grounds is almost done. This should be finishing in 58 days. Lord Rob's grand wedding. Orthane. Eh, that's fine. I'll pass on that. I'm only going to Lord Paramont's for now. And pay homage. Show me Lord Poliver. Homage taking the knee, I wait patiently at my throne to arrive of Lord Polymer, who is soon announced and ushered before me. I accept this gracious gift of 75 gold. I will take it. Level 5 Court Grander. Bailiff's office is completed. That should now be 3 buildings upgraded. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm already almost there. I'm almost halfway already. Westerlander sword. It is a illustrious weapon. My lord, my captain Armory approaches me with a wide grin, sweat dripping from his forehead, his smoke soot smeared across his face. I have toiled over the forge for many days and nights, but finally my work is done. He presents me with this object wrapped in cloth, and I unveil what is hidden, and my eyes grow wide. A folded iron sword of masterful craftsmanship. The grip is covered in a gold helix inlay, and the blade there is an inscription that reads, "Owned by Lord Tyotos of the Westerlands." Now, I wish I could change that. Can I change that? Because honestly, I absolutely hate that. We are going to change the name. I need you guys to give me an idea of what this means or what this name should be. For now, it will be the Westerlander sword or Westerlander's sword. But you guys leave me some comments down below for the name of this sword. It is a +5 prowess, a +12 captain effectiveness, and a +14 enemy casualties, fatal casualties. That is beautiful. We will go ahead and hire an antiquarian. Let's get a Mori. Let's also take care of some of our stuff here. Could, we should probably take care of this stuff. We'll get Tarek, my courtier, as the master of arms. Um, we will get a wet nurse and a tutor for my children. She's terrible at that, but tutor will do Maester Belden. Master, we don't need any of that. We will grab a lady in waiting. We will grab a cupbearer, usually a child, Gwen, that's fine. A food taster. We don't want to do a food taster like that. A keeper of the cells, we could throw. No, we don't want anybody there. Sworn Shield, Headsman, Elaine. We can make my good sister. We can make the good sister our headsman, but I don't think that's a smart idea. Lord Reginald Prester of Landsport will make our court bard. And I think that should be everything I want to do right now. Captain of the Household Guard, I don't have anybody for that. This should be maxed out almost level 4. We could pass this law. It will get passed because 4 approves, 1 oppose. And it will increase our money, our monthly income. Alrighty. We're up to 10,000 men. So we are increasing our strength here, which is exactly what I wanted. Pride Grounds has almost 2 buildings built. Castle Rock has an upgrade. We have another upgrade for this. We will just do bloomeries. What's the shortest time here? 16 months. These mines will get us another increase in gold. Levy and garrison size. Building construction cost is negative and building development growth is up. Building construction time goes down. And look at all these maintenance and recruitment costs dropping. We will do that. That'll be another upgrade. So that should put me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should put me at 6 already. I already have 3. And once these 3 are finished, that'll be 6. 400 gold. Is there anything else that I can upgrade? We'll upgrade that. So that's 7. And who has another big castle? Another castle that's like unique in the Westerlands. I'd like to upgrade another unique castle. I don't know if there's another unique castle in the Westerlands for what I'm looking for. House Rain probably does, doesn't it? They do. And there's no real reason for me to upgrade these because in reality, they don't like me and they're already constructing small forts, which I'll actually let this finish and then I will try to do it. A brewing troublemaker gains rowdy. All right, then I will honestly go ahead and just upgrade water wheels, which will be 8. So that should be everything I need to know. We have another metalsmith inspiration. She wants to forge me a regalia. Cost me 50 gold. I will take it. We have, we're spending some money, but we are also fixing our lands. Sure, that sounds lovely. Motto for the ages. I hear my beneficiary, Elisane, muttering to herself from across the hall. I need something great, something epic to make this creation stand out from uninspired masses. But what? When her spirited eyes meet mine, she breaks into a huge smile and waves to me, my lord. What an amazing idea. Just perfect. What do you think about adding your family motto to the commission? Absolutely. We'll finish the commission, and then that'll be it. Tybald will journey to Castle Rock and stay up to 6 months. Sure, that's perfectly fine with me. There's a chance for us to become better acquainted. I wonder if he is like this at Heather Hall. I am not exactly pleased to notice Lord Norton's son hasn't been exactly a picture of grace for his first couple of weeks at Castle Rock. The castle servants report that Tybalt is often snappish and moody. He roams around the halls, criticizing most everything he sees. When he makes an appearance at court, it's primarily to make himself the center of attention. Ooh. The project is worth investing in. 450 gold? You kidding me? I must convince her to be a little cheaper. It worked. Higher quality. Excellent work, Amori. Lord Norton's son spent the last several weeks in the company of Amori, who brought the lad to a castle garrison and showed him what my captains were capable of. Tybalt was drilled mercilessly, but by all accounts, did rather well. Amori tells me that he's complained a little and got along not only with him, but indeed the other captains as well. Lord Norton has no complaints about his son's progress, it seems. I have another inspiration. Lord Norton had better be grateful. I have another inspiration, but we'll leave that. Simple pastures are finished. Good to hear the heir's training. Go to 5 speed. I'm glad that it has gotten so much out of this trip. Alliance formed with Lord Aelin. Inspiration, request of funds. I've already given you so much money. Stop. All right, what is this alliance that I just forged? Lord Alan Marbrand. I don't really know how we did that, but we did. Jason is 14, betrothed to Princess Raelle. She is only 13, so they still have a few more years before anything there happens. Stewardship, we are going to just go ahead and assign Armand to that. I can pay homage, another inspiration, which I think is the book, yeah. We're not going to do anything with any of these. I'm going to leave those as is. Finish this inspiration that's already here. My wife is pregnant again. Another increase in this. We're going to go down vassal tax contribution. Increase that vassal tax a little more, make me some more money. Invest in the smithy. Invest in the jeweler shop. Take a quick profit for some clever trades. Hey, that's a good idea. I like that 210 gold. This is lovely. We've got a famed regalia. Over here, my lord, my beneficiary Alasane waves me over with a wide grin. I have toiled many days and nights, and finally, my work is done. She presents me the object wrapped in cloth, as exactly like the sword. The opulent regalia sets a masterful craftsmanship. It consists of a gold scepter set with pieces of peridot, a velvet cloak that has been embroidered with a silver thread, and a large peridot cabochon necklace. This is lovely. And we can also go ahead and equip that. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to go ahead and end the episode here. We are almost to where the last episode finished. In 24, I think it was 2:45 roughly is where that episode finished. So we are almost there and we've done quite a bit. It does suck that I had to kind of reset, but we're still playing with Lord Tyotos. We're kind of in the same boat we were before, so it works. We're pretty much where we left off on the last episode, but we just kind of redid episode 2, if truly, I guess. But nonetheless, this is going to be where I end it for this episode. Next episode, I want to go ahead and focus a little more potentially on making better friends in a couple areas. I'd like to maybe host a feast and specifically try to invite a few people. Of course, Lord Roger doesn't like me. Maybe even work on trying to get some alliances. Lord Geralt here is only 4, but he is the heir. So we may need to start focusing on his education focus, which I thought I actually had clicked, but I guess I didn't. He will go down the martial trait. His sister, on the other hand, Lady Ona, which you guys will name, is going to go down the stewardship education focus. So yeah, but anyway, next episode we're going to focus a little bit more on diplomacy and making friends, and crafting and spending money like normal. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.